Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty, mid-tempo. The new course is available at Letsynthesize Academy.
Yo, Dan Larson here, welcome to the newest Synthesize Sunday episode, and today I want to show you a really neat little trick how to fake distort your master if you are after that very heavily distorted kind of sound while keeping everything clean through this little thing I made. Like always, you can grab this whole project from my Patreon below and click here for my academy. I have awesome start to finish courses, but right now let's jump into it. Yo, so here is the beat, so the drums. Nothing extraordinary, but we're going to talk about this a little later, and the music group. So I have the main bass, coming from operator, the bell. That is a regular 808 drum machine sample. I have a pad, and this noise effects. Right, so I grouped everything, and right now it sounds almost, I would say it sounds clean. But I want to add a really heavily distorted kind of feel to it. Before I reveal the secret, let me go to the drums. Now this is an operator drum, but the trick here is the digital clip. So let me show you what I mean. Because the goal is to have a really heavily saturated kind of sound. And if you have a look on the waveform, you can see that it is really heavily saturated. The digital clip is what really makes the job, because if I use the analog clip, for example, it is a lot different. It doesn't have that earth-shaky kind of sound. But the digital clip, of course with some EQing, creates that nice little thump to it. And on the drums group, I had to add a glue compressor, because everything is so heavily focused on the drums. Now I don't really do this, so this is not very common in my workflow, but here, because I wanted to create a very heavy kind of sound, so almost like a grunge, saturated and very analog kind of sound that is very loud and almost distorted, I think the glue compressor was necessary. And I also had to chop the very highs here to have an analog warm feeling. Okay, so let me reveal the secret. If I activate this little rack here, you can hear a difference. Without the rack, try to focus on the kick drum. Let me show you the waveform, so you will not only hear, but see the difference. So you can see that it sounds like it is very, very heavily saturated. Looks like the low end of the kick amplitude saturates everything, so the music group itself. Together with the drums, you can see what is happening here. Right, cool. So what did I do? I tried to find the key of the kick. So this fundamental frequency here is the key, the loudest harmonic. That is, as you can see in this little box, is 22 Hz. So what I did is I took the music group and applied an auto pan and set the rate of the auto pan to 71 Hz, so to the exact frequency that the kick drum has, and I automated the amount of that. So I set a little longer than the length of the kick. Like here you can see the sidechain for the kick length, where I apply the sidechaining only on the low band. So this is the length of the kick, and I set the auto pan, so the fake distortion, and this creates a really nice, very heavily saturated feeling while you keep the whole thing quite clean. And you can clearly hear it in the mix too. Right, so if you like this thing, go to my Patreon to find tons of other very cool stuff and this project too, and click here for my academy. I have awesome start to finish courses. See you guys next time. Peace.